My name is Catherine Phillips, and we're going on a film shoot. I met Paul Howard last week, and he told me about his film club, WeMakeFilms. They're doing a shoot this Saturday. I've been dying to go on a film shoot. I do my films on an iPhone, and I think I have to up my game. The story is called The Birthday, and it's about a little girl who wants to contact her dead mother on her mother's birthday using witchcraft. Hi, you're the actress, right?
Yes, I am.
Yes. It's a lovely story, isn't it?
Yeah, beautiful. It's a good script as well.
Yeah. Is this your first go at acting, or?
No, I've done a couple of other short films and I did an advert.
Oh, okay.
So that was quite fun, and I'm with an agency.
Okay.
But
That's all right.
it's tough, the industry, but things like this are good.
Yeah, so is this your first one with WeMakeFilms?
No, I've done another one with WeMakeFilms.
Oh, okay.
Where I played like a bit of a psycho. So this character is very different to my other character, which I like.
So what do you think of the story?
Yeah, I think it's quite a touching story actually.
Is your mother, I suppose, still alive?
Yeah, but like my grandparents, they're not alive anymore,
so it'd be nice to be able to communicate a bit with them in this way.
Definitely.
When we met at Kino, I was really inspired by what you were telling me about We Make Film. It's a film club, right?
Yeah, it's a type of film club. It's where we have members, and all the members collaborate, but more than that, they make an investment in the film. The main thing, I think, the main reason We Make Films even got started was when I was working with these youngsters, and not youngsters, older people as well. They want to get into films, but you don't get into films unless you have some experience or you know someone on that film. Simple as that. So what We Make Films was really set up to do was to give people that experience on a professional, pretty close to professional set. Probably not as slick as a professional set, but it's still a professional set. Where they're using professional equipment, they're working with professional people, and they're learning on set at the same time. So they're gaining experience, they're learning, and they're getting credit for being on that film.
Hello.
You're the clapper guy, right?
Yep, clapper loader. Yes, that. Thank you.
So I always thought that was the most exciting job when you ever see them. Do you enjoy doing it?
It's alright. Simple work, but it gets the job done.
Yeah. Do you always do the clapper, or
sometimes, not all the time.
What other type of jobs do you do?
Production runner, boom operator, that sort of thing.
Yeah. And you don't want to go work your way up to director?
Eventually, maybe.
Yeah, well, I suppose this is the place to do it, because they seem to be...
Definitely a good place for experience.
Yeah.
I mean, we've only been a year so far. We've got 600 members. So we built up very, very rapidly. And the reason for that is it fills a need. To make any short film, really, you're looking at minimum £500 to make a short film, minimum. The ethos of We Make Films is that everyone pays into the pot. Every single person makes a contribution. So there's a shoot day fee, and the members all pay into that, but that money is ring-fenced entirely to create the film. I think the seriousness is about getting the film out. Everyone has fun. We just have a good laugh when we're there. And I think that's really important. People enjoy it. People say to me, do you enjoy it? I have to say no, not till it's over. Once it's over, I enjoy it. I enjoy the sense of achievement at the time, but I'm kind of rushing all over the place to solve problems, obviously. Yeah. As is a job as a producer.
Oh, yeah. Are we using the GoPro from the club?
Yes.
It's not GoPro. It's a DJI.
One of the camera assistants, right?
Yes, I am.
Yes, and what do you have to do?
Basically, I help the main camera crew kind of just set up for the shots. I change batteries.
Yeah.
Sometimes deal with lenses, just deal with kind of like the technical stuff to make sure the shot works.
And are you an experienced cameraman, or?
Not very experienced, no. Yeah, I'm sort of learning as I go.
And that's what you would like to do, be a cameraman?
It's something I'm sort of thinking about, definitely.
So it's a good way of doing an apprenticeship.
Yeah. I mean, I think working in the industry is a good way of learning a lot of skills because there's so many different fields and so many different areas you can learn from and skills you can apply to. So yeah, it's a good way of learning these sort of things.
So have you done, is this your first camera assistant job?
Yes, it's the first one, accredited one, yes.
So what, did you do film school or just a hobby? Or?
Yes, I studied film at university, but I also did like some amateur stuff with some friends when I was much younger.
So you're just doing it for fun, or would you like to get into the industry?
I hope this will become a profession.
Good, yeah.
I'm trying out different things now. I'm just started.
So what are you doing besides holding a light shield?
Today?
Yeah.
Setting lights,
Yes.
LED lights and all that stuff.
So you're like the lighting engineer? The assistant lighting engineer?
Kind of, yeah.
Assistant director, right?
I am, yes.
And what you've been running around, what's the assistant director do?
The assistant director basically runs the set
Yes.
and runs both the script and the storyboard against the time that we've got available for each scene and for each shot. And then to work to the director itself to make sure that anything he needs is filtered through me, so the director can concentrate on the performance and getting the film done.
So what are you? What do you do?
So I'm second assistant director. I'm on call for Howard. He's first AD, so anything he needs doing, I'm there.
So what's that? Getting the coffee and stuff like that? Or
Yeah, looking after the actors, making sure they're all right.
what they need, want to eat, or calling
Keep
the
them
ambulance.
fed and watered.
What was your name?
Tammy.
Tammy. What's Tammy?
Tammy
what?
Ash.
Tammy Ash. So is this your first shoot, or
This is my second one of these.
do you want to be a filmmaker, or are you just doing it for fun, or you want to learn how to be a director?
It's quite fun, yeah, working on film sets. I've not done anything like it before. But yeah, just a side thing, starting out as a hobby. But it'd be good if I could get into it full time.
Yeah, well, I think this is why what this was for, isn't it? To sort of get people into filmmaking.
Yeah, definitely. It's really good for building the skills as well.
Yeah, indeed, but my profession is hypnotherapy. Well, I was making films for my hypnotherapy practice, talking head videos, very much like this sort of setup. And then we wanted to make a film about a bit more, how should we say, to be a bit more passionate. My first film was about an anti-bullying film. I see a lot of bullying as a hypnotherapist with my clients, and so I made a anti-bullying film, which is a long film, 18 minutes long, cost quite a lot of money to make, and that's due for release this month, in fact.
Okay, and what's it called?
Sour Milk.
Sour Milk. Are you going into the scene?
No, I'm not.
I was watching you before. You really do a fantastic job with the boom.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, it's my first time.
Is it really?
Yeah, it
Do you
is.
want to get into something like this, or are you just doing it for fun?
I'm just it's aspiring filmmaker, so I'm an indie filmmaker right now, so I'm just trying to do everything so I have the experience,
So you started making any movies? Or?
No, but I will be. I'm shooting a music video next week.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're being in it, or you're going to be
Directing
shooting
it, producing it.
That's all right.
Just
So
doing
do you
it.
get some tips from you?
Yes, definitely. This has been such a big experience for me. I learned so much. Learning things right now. It's the best. I love it.
Yeah. No, it's great that you can. It's great the format where you join as a member and then, come and muck in and everyone teaches you what to do.
Yeah, and everyone's friendly as well. It's just a good environment to be in. And you wouldn't get a chance like this anywhere else, to be honest. So for me personally, this is probably the best thing.
Oh well, good luck with the music video.
Oh, thank you very much.
So, what do you do? You're the
So I'm the lead sound designer for this shoot.
Yeah.
So I make sure all the levels are correct and that nobody's suddenly got a car noise in the background or an airplane above them, and trying to make sure it all sounds good.
Okay, so what's in your bag? Is that all in your bag?
So I do all the levels from within here. So it all goes through this lovely boom chute.
Oh, you're
built by
part
Troy.
of the boom, so you have to hang out together.
Yeah, he points it somewhere. I tell him if he's pointing it in the right place.
Oh, okay.
That's essentially the deal here.
The dream team.
Yeah, the dream team.
Uh-huh.
So have you done this before?
So I only did one shoot before with WeMakeFilms with Paul, and I was like doing sound with him then. Basically, I want to get into editing and like work out how to be a good editor, but it's really hard to get the experience I've been finding.
Really?
Nobody will let you be their editor unless you've got loads of experience behind you.
Of course.
So it was like it's a really good opportunity to like get some experience on set and like get some editing experience. So I'm doing sound for this. No, and editing just happen to be doing sound and stuff on this because it's like there isn't too much editing to do. And they also have an editor who's doing it, so I'm just assisting.
I'm here because I'm Oliver's dad. So
Oh, you're Oliver's dad, the
I'm
director's
helping.
dad, and you're the editor.
I'm the editor, yeah.
And what was your name?
My name's Giles.
Okay, and you've done lots of editing.
I've been doing it for 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you get involved with WeMakeFilms?
Oliver's been acting since he was 8. He's a trained actor. He went to Rosebroofer for 3 years. But he's also done photography, so he's also a DP. He loves the camera. And he also likes directing, so he's working full-time at the moment for a small production company that make corporate videos. And then he directs, he does the camera, and then he does the editing as well.
Okay, and then you encourage him to do all this?
I'm just in the background if he wants to ask me about framing or crossing the line or whether this will cut to that or something, then I'm here just to help out really.
Okay, but in the end you're going to be editing the whole thing?
I'm going to be editing on my Avid.
Avid, you're an Avid.
I have been using the Avid since 1992. I think I first used the Avid.
Tell me how exactly it all started. You wanted to do a promotional video, and then you got to know some locals from the area, right?
Yeah, some local people. I put out a shout on Facebook. You know, I wanted a cameraman, bits and pieces. It was a narrative piece. Some actors came along. Frank was DOP, Frank Hammond, who was DOP on this one. He came along and helped out. He was brilliant. You know, he knew more about films than I ever did, and he was a lot younger than me by a mile. And he was great. And we had met loads of other people, editors and such like. And that's kind of. But I think really.
What about Gemma? Is she sort of your right hand in
Oh, without a doubt, I couldn't make this film without Gemma. She was like stunning. She's so good. She started off as my script writer.
Okay.
She wrote the script for. I was doing a course, filmmaking course, and I needed a script. She wrote one for me. Or we actually wrote one on the way down to shoot a promotional video down in Kent. Yeah. She wrote it in the car while we were doing it.
And what was it about?
Well, it became Sour Milk.
Sour Milk? Okay.
That's what it became, Sour Milk. So it's not a big film.
Yeah, and this is what I like. I mean, Jonathan Commits is a bit about knife crime.
Yeah.
And, you know, so a lot of films have got a lot of social relevance or social, you know, they go to the heart.
I like to make films that mean something.
Yeah.
I'm not into making arty films that just, you know, for the sake of the film. I personally like to make films that have a message.
Yes.
If we can, you know. Some of them we don't, some are just for fun. But that's okay, it makes people laugh.
Yes, yeah. And that's
comedy's
good
fine, yeah.
Anyway.
Comedy's fine. It's probably my therapy background maybe that makes me want to do it. But my passion is really, we shot another film a weekend before this last shoot called Jitters.
Oh yeah.
Which is an anti-anxiety film, for instance.
Oh, interesting.
And that will be released very shortly.
Is it you progress with the batteries?
So you're basically Paul's right hand.
Perfect.
Yeah, so every sort of WeMakeFilms shoot we do, I help do the production managing and also managing the continuity side. So we have to look at like costuming, you work a lot with the props, what sort of positions the characters use, but overall production manager, so I'm basically everywhere all the time.
Yes, I saw you running backwards and forwards at the, you know.
Yeah, a lot of attention to detail and trying to, I've got a million thoughts in my head. So yeah, it's really exciting. Yeah, being production manager is a lot because you have to think about what everyone's doing and have we got this done, and it's not just your independent role, it's a lot of them. So it's fun but really challenging.
So you've been with Paul before he set up We Make Film, right?
Yes, so I met him about 2 years ago now.
Oh, okay.
And basically, I finished my degree, so I did film and television production at York St John University. And then he lives quite local to me. And him and his partner Rob were doing a promotional video for their practice, because he's also a hypnotherapist.
Oh, I see.
And so myself and Frank, Ginger, we both went and helped, because he promoted that he needed help, and I was like, yeah, I need experience. And then after that, we started making a few short films. I wrote one, and then we made it. And then just trying to think of the journey. Yeah, and then he said then he set up this production company, which was Kind Fame Productions. But we were struggling to find a lot of actors and local filmmakers. So he came up with the idea: why don't we set up this club where people will sort of pay to be part of it and get all the experience?
Yeah.
And we've met loads of actors now, loads of crew. A lot of them have, members that have come back each month, or new ones have started working together on outside projects. So it's a great way to network. As well as you get an IMDb credit. And everything's entered into film festivals, and you literally don't have to worry about anything apart from your role really when you're on set.
I just think it works. And it's unique. I've never seen anything like it since we started. I think there was one a while back. It's a folk like this, but I think this is quite a unique concept. And we're producing really high quality films. The last two to come out are really very festivals, and we just wait to see. One, we sent you straight away. Went to the first film festival, we selected him into above it. Now you're members now.
Yeah.
You can go into the films, you can watch it.
Where do you watch it on?
If you go into the website, into films.
Oh, you can see.
Down, and it's called Jonathan Commits.
Jonathan Commits.
Make sure you're logged in.
Yeah.
And there'll be a film at the bottom.
Your continuity, right, on this movie?
Yes, on this film,
Yeah, so you're a writer, director on other films?
Yes, and for We Make Films, I've directed
3, okay. Because they've only been going since February, isn't it?
Yeah, I directed the second one.
Which one? I saw the one where a woman was in a box and had to press a button.
Yeah, I directed that one.
I've never seen that one.
Yeah, I directed it, but I didn't write it.
Oh, you didn't write it?
No.
So you're not, so you're disavowing any involvement in the...
Yeah, so if the writing's off, it wasn't me. If the directing is off, then it's me. And then I wrote and co-directed the next one.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that one.
Oh, it's available now.
Yeah.
It's only just come out. Jonathan Commits.
Oh, I heard of that. Yeah.
You've submitted it, haven't
you? Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Which festival? Oh, lots of them.
Yeah, all of them.
Okay.
All of the big
Jonathan Commits, and you're the director.
And writer. I co-directed it, but I wrote it. Yeah.
So what's your name?
Adrian.
Adrian
Dean.
Dean. Okay, remember that name.
Remember that name. And then the last film we did, Office Job.
Oh yeah.
I wrote and directed that.
Okay. Oh, very good.
I'm doing.
So when you win an Oscar and it says Jonathan Dean,
we knew him.
Adrian Dean. If it says Jonathan Dean, then that's some other guy.
Adrian Dean.
Yeah, if it says Adrian Dean, you know it's me. I put the work in. Yeah.
The process, the sort of workflow, if you like, is scripts are submitted by members. The members then vote for the one they want to make. After a month or so, that film is then wins, whichever film it is. Like we've got 6, 8 films maybe they're voting on. And the winning film then goes forward to be made the following month, generally, by the members.
And then you put roles on, you do think up roles for the shoot, and put them on the website, and whoever gets there first gets to be that role.
Exactly. Within reason, the heads of department we're a bit more picky with, obviously because the heads of department they play such a crucial role in the film. We wouldn't like people to have a bad film or no film at all. So the heads of department, we might hear 5 directors apply. for instance, and we would select the director best suited for that film. And that would depend on things we've seen before, if they've worked on one of our shoots before, so we get to know them and know what their ethos is. It might be the way they've conducted themselves on set. All of these things we take into account. And also we want to see people a fair crack of the whip.
Right?
Yes.
How do you think they're doing with your baby now?
They are doing amazing. This is exactly how I imagined.
Oh, that's
yeah.
brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
How did you get into WeMakeFilms?
I was looking for a company who are like shooting short films, and I found them online. And yeah, this is how I got in.
And then you started as a... Did you start
I started as a runner, and then I was a script supervisor, and then I did the first AD thing, and now I wrote the script. And, yeah.
Is this your first script?
Yes, this is the very first one.
So exciting.
Yeah.
It's such a lovely story.
Oh, thank you very much.
Did it come from your life? I mean, do your mother still alive? Or?
No, one second. So, I was always into this magical world, and I was watching Charmed and Sabrina when I was a kid, and this is how I got the idea.
Yeah. So, are you originally from Germany?
No, I'm from Hungary.
Hungary?
Budapest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wow.
We don't need to see the face yet, so she'll move down into it.
Busy now?
Yeah.
You're always busy.
I know.
Yeah, so we're doing
Script supervisor.
Script supervisor.
So you seem to be amazingly busy. What are you doing to...
I have to paying attention to the details.
Of what people are saying?
No, of really what scenes are being shot.
Okay.
And the takes, and also the performances. If they're good, if they're bad.
And you judge that, or someone sort of says you mark that one as good, or you mark that one as bad?
I get a call from the director, told by the director.
No, it's not it.
And I record the camera that they use, the sounds, whether it's recorded with sound or not, and the lens they use, etc.
Lens, you have to write down the lens.
Yeah, the lens sizes.
Oh my goodness. So, but would you like to write a script and be a writer?
I've written scripts already. I've studied I've done screenwriting course.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not my preference.
What you like doing this? Do the sort of
more for organising.
You win this.
Yeah,
You win this.
Well, you can certainly see that you're good at organising.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What appeals to me about WeMakeFilms is the fact that anyone can write a script. You know, it's not the industry, it's people who have a story to tell.
Sure.
Can submit a script. And you know, the film industry has got a bit, you know, what with it being so expensive and so cutthroat, they sort of film the same old. So something like WeMakeFilms can film something more real.
I mean, really, I think a lot of the time filmmakers forget the story, and for me the story is paramount. Really, the story is really important. I mean, I don't know about you, but I want to sort of watch a film and feel some emotion of some kind. What that is depends on the film, but you know, it could be excitement, anger, hate. I mean, it doesn't matter. But it's nice to feel emotion from the actual story. And I do find, and this happens with WeMakeFilms, of course, that a lot of the emphasis is on technical skills and about this shot or that shot, and not enough emphasis is put on the performances. And I think that's a real skill, and I think that's missing. So we do try and push directors now very much on the performance side.
I saw you holding the balloon. You did a good job.
Yep, I was on balloon duty.
You were on the balloon duty.
Trying to make it fly.
Yeah,
it's not
no.
easy when the wind's against you. I think they got the right shot though. So.
Yes, and because that's an important part of the movie, because that's there's a message in the balloon, isn't there, so that the little girl is sending to her mother.
Yeah. So it was, I felt bad
So the balloon
for
is
making
sort of
Tristan.
the mother, isn't it? The
Yeah.
balloon is the mother coming to the scene. And
Yeah.
so
And then
that's very
Tristan's got to let out all his emotion when he sees the balloons.
Yes, no, I got it.
I felt bad making him do that over and over again, just walking around him with a balloon. But
He was very good how he could just cry like that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's very difficult, to
I
cry
can't. I won't be able to do
cry
that.
on demand.
Yeah.
I managed to get you over there being very good.
Oh, thank you very
Actually,
much. You're the first lady to say that.
tear. Actually producing a tear.
Two, I believe.
Two tears.
It was.
So-
Yeah, the director. He seems to have the talent of being able to
bring
out emotion. Yeah,
yeah.
to help the journey of the thought process. I mean, we went through it first. It's fine. But like when I needed to feel it, he was there saying, "There she is." It was super helpful.
So you're obviously an experienced actor, right?
I've been around. I'm a firm believer no one should ever say you're 10 out of 10 for anything. I don't, because as soon as you say I'm 10 out of 10, it's like you stop learning, you stop trying and everything. So there's always more. So I'll always be very British and very, no, I'm not very good.
So you worked with WeMakeFilms before?
I have done one film with them. I've done another film with Paul a year or so ago. And dozens of short films, a couple of features, and so all small but pivotal roles.
Of course. Do you ever write or direct?
No, I've tried writing. It's hard. My respect for writers is huge. I tried writing something funny once, and it was like, it wasn't funny. It's funny up here, but putting it down, to be able to get that and have conversation that sounds natural and fluid, and getting the jokes to land, I can't do that. And my respect and hats off to the people that can. Just an actor.
So do you have another job, like a day job?
I do. I've had many jobs. I've been a teacher, a barman, I've travelled a lot, but in the past few years, 10, 20 years, I've been a computer programmer.
Oh, okay.
So I'm my 9 to 5 as a computer programmer. I contract, so I'll spend a week, 3 months or 6 months in situ somewhere with time off for acting. And then save my money, and then at the end of the contract I'll take as much time as I can afford to act full time, and then when the pot starts going down I'll find another job
and keep yourself sane.
Yeah, totally. I mean, desk jobs are nice, money's nice.
Yes,
acting
money's nice,
but I recently, yesterday, I signed with a new agent who is quite high profile for my, it's a step up from where I was before. So it's been less than 24 hours since I got that news. So
congratulations!
Thank you very much. So we'll see what happens in the next.
Comes down the pipe.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was very impressed.
Thank you.
I've tried to get other people to cry, and it's impossible. So that might be my directing skills.
I think, to be honest, a lot of it is, I don't know who you're getting to cry. I'm 43.
Yeah.
And I'm not like I've lived, but I've been sad in my life and I've been happy in my life, and you can draw from that. And but the way the director, it was described, there she is. You're looking at her, the love. It was very simple, direction, but got me really. Boom, and it was in my head. I could see my wife. I could see her there, and I could feel the love. All because it was him. It was team effort.
Are you pleased with the bit you've done now? Or do you like the story?
Yeah. Oh, the story's brilliant. Yeah, that's why I think we took on the project, is because I was so excited by the story that was written by Jack. And he's done a really good job on the script, and that's what sort of drew me into this project. And it's actually my first my debut.
Tristan was telling me that you really got his tears out of his face. That if it hadn't been for you giving him his motivation, he wouldn't have had a good.
Well, good. I mean, I come from an acting background, so.
Oh, okay.
I like being comfortable with actors, and I think it's really important that you understand their process.
Yes.
So that you can come at that with that in mind, and knowing how they're feeling and how they're coming into the scene. I think is really important. So Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm happy he said that because that's what I was going for.
You gonna cry?
Okay.
Yeah.
You gonna cry? Well, I don't think we're gonna see it because I'm gonna sort of go for horror movie-esque.
Oh, good.
Lighting.
Yeah,
We're taking this and we're top lighting quite heavily, and
Yeah,
I'll stick a really
brilliant.
heavy skirt around it as
Yeah,
well, so it won't
brilliant.
bounce off all these walls.
Okay, brilliant.
Yeah,
just harsh shadows and stuff like that.
You're the director of photography there, so the creative team consists of the director of photography.
Yes.
The writer? No, they're not included.
I guess the writer is included in a sense. They're
And-
here today.
And anyway, so you're the director of photography, who
I
is
am.
very important because the lighting.
I think the director of photography is the most important person on set.
And of course
I think.
And you have to create the mood with the lighting, right, and create the setting.
Yeah, it's sort of my job to control the visual, moody aspects of the film. So yeah, I've done.
So you have done a lot of. This is your thing, director of photography, or do you take on other roles?
Well, the reason I guess the lighting is so good is because that's my day job. That's what I do
okay.
freelance. So that's why that's sort of my control, and that's sort of where I'd like to think a lot of my skill lies.
Yeah.
In the lighting. So I've done quite a lot of lighting plans for this one.
So that the whole lighting is your responsibility. You don't sort of get it from the script writer or the.
No, I mean there'll be certain moods that, for example, if Ollie said that he wants to. So a prime example is this morning when we were, when we came here and we were in this bedroom. The first thing he said is he wants sort of like quite a strong sunlight thing to be shown. So I was like, okay, well that's just literally what I've just taken down now. So that's sort of where my vibe was, and I had a call with him the other day, and you know, it's like the vibes that we have to set together, and then it's my job sort of just to do the more technical aspects of that. So Ollie will put like a more brief sense on things.
Yeah.
So he'll sort of say he wants it to look sort of like soft and nice and beautiful, and it'll be my job to sort of direct the strength of the lights and what lights are going to be used and whatever. But yeah, it's been good fun.
When you're done stroking your ego.
So, do you think you're meeting some good people here who are going to help you?
Yes, you meet some amazing people, and then you can have connections into the industry. So it's really lovely.
Yeah, it's a brilliant idea, isn't it?
So there's a scene where I put drops of my potion onto my mother's plaque, and then in the end, she's standing there behind me. So
Oh, isn't that lovely?
it's quite touching.
Yeah. Well, it's going to start in a second.
Yes, so this is a close-up of her trying to speak to her mother at the tree.
Yes, oh, that's lovely. So, are you a professional cameraman, or are you just doing this? You want to get into it? Or?
What's professional?
Oh, I see.
Wanting to get into it, yes.
Yes. Oh, well, that's good. So, is this the first time you filmed, or you've done a few?
No,
ones
I've done a
before
few
that?
before with these
Yeah.
guys and outside of these guys as well.
Of course, it's a challenge for the actors themselves, the person taking the acting role, to deliver that performance. And they may have no formal training whatsoever, but they still get the role.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was watching, I know that Rachel has had a little bit of acting experience, but I think a lot of people were saying that Ollie, because he's been an actor, although it's his same first movie, he he knows about emotion and understands it's important, and he's actually taught them how to act, on scene.
Without a doubt, yeah, he's after the performance. We had a long chat before he directed. First one he directed for us. And I did like the fact he was an actor before, so he understands about delivering performances. And I said to him, performance is key. I mean, he's a DOP in his own right.
Yeah.
So, but he really went for the performance, which was fantastic. He let the DOP do his job, and he did his own performance. But even Rachel, she's a wonderful little actress, absolutely superb little actress, And she came on to a workshop we were doing, and eventually we became a member, and now she's starred in.
So she hadn't been an actress before that?
Not that I know of, no. She wanted to be an actress. I think she'd done some college stuff, but a massive break for her. She's been in two shorts, 2 shorts or 3.
And they're all from WeMakeFilms?
Yeah.
And then try and reach in. Let me just quickly see it. That's fine, right. So what I'm going to do, Rach, I'm going to say action to you, and then just give you a little moment. Let's keep your arm on the tree for now, and then you're going to take it off, and then the hand's going to come in. Yeah? Great. So,
still rolling.
So, action on Rach. And now Lillian. Just get through the face with it. And one more time, Rach. When you feel it, it's quite a moment. So like you look to it, and then it's a realization. You see, yeah? So you're reacting to the hand first, you're like, oh, it's probably your dad. And then you look up and it's not your dad. Yeah? And then it's like, oh my god. So take her in a bit more, and then look back to the hand, realise that it's real. Yeah? And then you can go back to a smile. Because you're not happy yet, you don't know that it's worked until that last moment. Yeah? Okay.
Still rolling.
Right. So, hand on the tree, Lily. Hand on the tree, Rach. Action on Rachel. Now Lillian. I think that's very great.
Front house, a very famous director.
Brilliant. Okay. He's good, right?
Well, I've got to get a lot. A lot?
She's a wonderful little actress, absolutely superb little actress, you know.
Yeah, she's got something about her that, I mean, she's definitely got some
She's a darling.
fantastic spirit, you know.
And on set she's always fun, she's happy. And we find that there's certain people on set that you can just rely on to be fun. They lift the mood of the whole set every time they're there. And she's one of those people, she's brilliant.
Yeah.
Having the lung capacity to try and inflate the balloon. So it's about here, so you did really well, so thank you.
Oh, like my boat.
Where?
Yeah, we need it.
Yeah, she's beautiful. Yeah, so we're not doing much makeup for this scene because Rachel's playing the scene where she's just got up in the morning.
Just woke up.
So I'm just doing powder really, so there's no shine. But she's literally got no makeup on for this scene, so it's very easy. But earlier on you had powder, you had a blusher and foundation, lipstick and mascara. So
you do makeup and wardrobe, do you? Or
yes, I do. Yeah.
And do you ever do any exotic wardrobes or?
I haven't done yet. I really want to. Hopefully at some point, if the right script comes up, then yeah.
So what sort of script would you like to come up?
I'd love to do something with some vintage clothes.
That'd be nice. Yeah.
That'd be great. Because obviously that's a whole era and you have to get everything right. The hair, the clothes, the makeup.
Yeah, and the costumes have to match the wallpaper and everything, don't they?
That would be really nice.
Yes, yeah.
There's so many things you can do with costume. Use of colour to convey emotions and stuff. But obviously I just follow the script.
Yes.
I have to create my own script or idea if I want to make my ideas come to life.
Yes. So what sort of script would you write if you wrote your own script?
Well, I've been working on something for quite a while, which I need to finish, which is a thriller.
A thriller?
It's a thriller, yeah. So it's a bit of a whodunit, and it's a cliffhanger at the end, so you don't know who's killed who.
And would WeMakeFilm do it for you? Is it a short film?
Possibly. I just need to get it finished.
Oh, that'd be
I've
great.
been working on it for ages, and I think I'm being too fussy
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
need to finish it and get it in.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm being too much of a perfectionist with it. I need to submit it. I've given myself till April,
Yes.
which is my birthday, and then I'm going to have to submit it in April.
Oh, wow.
Because I want to try and get it made this year. So,
That
yeah,
sounds
that's
great. But weren't you saying something about fantasy and working with the props manager? Weren't you saying something about the props manager doing stuff to do with wings, and you'd like to do fantasy makeup?
That would be an
mythical
absolute dream if we could do that kind of film. Because there's a lady who works with us, and she makes the most amazing costumes, and they're like fantasy costumes. So if we had some kind of fantasy story or script, or I could do real fantasy makeup, you know, bright colours and feathers and sequins and everything, and then that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. Because we haven't done anything like that yet.
But that's what you can do here. I mean, you can form. I mean, this is what's so nice about this group. Everyone can have an input, and if there is something, an input, then you know it's possible for it to all happen.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
what's really
nice.
nice about it.
Yeah.
Everyone can, you know, achieve. That sounds a bit corny, but can achieve their dream in a way.
Yes.
Because we've all got a chance here to get our film made.
I'm alright, thanks. Yeah. I think it was quite good to be out, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Good plan.
The family all kind of in and out, so when are you doing the kitchen? Are you doing that?
Tomorrow.
Well, okay.
Well, let's say try and
We'll be
change
out
it.
a lot more tomorrow. What time are you arriving tomorrow?
8 o'clock.
Perfect. And then we're going out to my mum's for lunch, so it's not really cooking dinner or anything. It's good, it's got me out cooking.
The right result. Your poor mum doing it.
How do you feel about having your house invaded?
I think it's lovely. It's very exciting. It's much busier than I thought. Far more people and all the shoes. But I thought my teenagers might find it interesting.
Yeah.
And
so how did you hear about it? Do you know Paul already?
No, I don't. He's on the Wellington Facebook group, and I'm on Wellington Facebook group. And he just put out, and he said, "Well, anybody interested in using our property as a location?" And he said it have to be suitable for a 18-year-old girl, and a master bedroom and a kitchen. I thought, well, our kitchen's light, and we've got an 18-year-old girl, so perfect. And her room's lovely, isn't it? With a sink.
And that's the main scene is your daughter's bedroom.
Yeah, she didn't mind. She cleared. She cluttered it out, decluttered it a little bit.
You know, is this what you like to do, or would you like to branch out into something else?
I mean, for me as well, I'm always building experience on these sets as well, so it's not just like, you know, I've sort of have it set in mind. I enjoy script writing. I'd love to sort of focus more on that, but I do like the sort of role I have with.
Right, so should we do the lens?
Sorry. I do like the roles I have with WeMakeFilms because I get to sort of work with everyone. So if in an ideal world, I'd love to script write, but then still be able to do this because then you get to talk to everyone, which is what I like about the role. Because once you write something, the sad thing is unless you become a director for it, you don't really get to have a say in it. So to be able to write and then sort of at least be part of it and work with the actors and get to know everyone, I'm very like.
You're very a people person.
So even though, as I said, it is a lot of work, you know, thinking about everything all at the same time, but you get to talk to everyone. Like I was speaking to someone earlier who said, you know, I'm in one of the lesser roles and because of it, I haven't been able to speak to everyone and I don't like it. So I think it just depends what you're happy because some people do just like their set role. But for me, I love that I get to talk to everyone.
Yeah, because script writing is quite a lonely business, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's quite a nice way to build rapport if you are production managing or even first AD because you get to sort of talk to everyone and you have a bit of control of what's going on. But I don't have enough confidence yet to do directing because the director, I mean, I feel like I have a lot going on in my head. The director's got to think about as if he's already seen the film happen and completely plan that out. And that's a skill in itself, being able to have that thought process, let alone the skills to be able to make that come to life. So. Yeah, I mean, as I get older, maybe that's something I'd want to try. But for now, I'm quite happy where I am.
They
just
look
write
like
a bit
lovely
more.
crew. I mean, it's a lovely group, isn't it? They're so friendly.
Yeah, everyone's always really nice, and we have a lot of the time we've got new members and old members that join. So slowly, it's sort of with each one as sort of family has kind of built, and then there's people who are used to each other, and there's people who don't have as much skills as someone else or someone who's got loads. But even though that's the same sense and you are teaching each other stuff, someone with less experience might notice something that someone with higher experience has. So it's very much like team-based. Like there's no one who's, I wouldn't say necessarily smarter than someone else. Just, yeah. So it's a nice place
nice
to...
organic sort of group. It happens all organically.
Yeah, because I've worked on a few sets where people haven't been as, I don't want to say not as friendly, but not as like connected, and it was very much like, okay, we need to do this, we need to do that, and I just left thinking, oh well, that was, you know, but this, you're very much like, you're always involved, no one's ever left to the side, everyone's always wanting to help each other, everyone's always like having a laugh as well. You always hear there's someone laughing because we all just have a joke around, like it makes it worth it.
Right, move on.
Do you want to? Oh no, you can't.
Good enough for me. Sam Roach me finished next week.
Oh wow,
We've been 2 years.
We've got to have a party for that, a completion party.
Yeah, just something, bloody hell. Right, he's promised me next week, we'll see.
You finished it.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
It was shot 3.
Right, okay, I've got, he mentioned scene 1 in error, that's what I put. Because he said, didn't he say scene 1, shot 2, take 1? And it was actually scene 2, shot 2, take 1.
It's actually scene 2, shot 3, take 1.
No, that was the one he just did.
No, that was take 2.
No, but he had shot 3. He said take,
It is shot 3, but it's take 2.
Okay, it's take 2.
Yeah, and we had take 1, which was the one before it, but it's misforwarded.
So he had scene 2, shot 2, and it should have been scene 2, shot 3, take 1. The first one.
Yeah.
And the second one, scene 2, shot 3, take 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean it is, but we don't have to do it because actually, to be honest, we've got it covered from when we shoot
It was shot 3. We changed the way the 3 shoots.
Yeah. So what we've done now is we've had 3 instead of a leaving room and actually physically seeing. Oh yeah. We're not doing it. So we leave it there, not the room. Yeah. So what we'll do is when we cut to the kitchen, we can maybe hear a door upstairs and bang. Yeah. Just to signify that she's left the room. Exactly. Yeah. So we'll leave that, but just to let you know that we're not going to be seeing that shot anymore. Right. Great. Okay.
Emergency makeup because they didn't tell you to change into the new, change into pyjamas. So how did you do the makeup for when she was outside?
I just did a little bit of colour on her cheeks, mascara and lip gloss. Mascara she's still got on, so that's fine. This is just to add a little bit of colour. So basically what I did earlier.
So you're the jack of all trades. You fix zips as well, right?
Yep, I'm everywhere. Well, I'm trying to fix it.
Well, there you go. You know, get Gemma to do it and it's done.
Yeah, this is preparation for motherhood.
Wardrobe malfunction.
Yes, wardrobe malfunction.
God.
This is the one you wore outside.
Yes, this is my coat I wore outside and the zipper's got stuck.
And you won't be able to go home unless she fixes
Well, we need her, the next scene, her to put it on.
Oh my God. So this is your prom dress?
Yes.
Prom. For when, what, end of school prom?
Yes.
Oh, isn't it lovely? Lovely.
Oh my God. I'm a bit like nervous because you never know how it might come, but
Oh, it's
I'm just
lovely.
going to go for it, take a risk.
Oh, it's lovely.
I'll do it. I love the colour.
Wow.
It's fantastic colour.
It's going to look amazing.
It is, isn't it?
And I'm going to do a makeup.
Are you going to do a makeup?
Yeah, it's going to
Look
be
at
like
that
a,
eyeshadow.
Adrian
it's going to be like a red
Ronnie
glitter.
fixed it.
Paul?
Yeah, boss.
So at the end of tomorrow, do I just get a hard drive with all the footage? Great.
That's the plan.
Good plan. I like it.
Are you a professional editor?
Yeah.
Yeah? Is this
40 years.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Is this the first time you're doing
Amateur.
Well, we're doing one at Ollie's is what I was going to say.
Okay. So, but yeah, this is the first one he's directed, so I'm just hanging around in case he needs a bit of advice to ask about the cut or something.
It's good, isn't it?
That's good, isn't it? My dad does.
So is your dad an actor?
Yeah, he's an actor. Back in the I mean, he still is. No, back in he was in Superman 3.
Wow.
He was in the Bill, the movie of the Bill.
Oh yeah, Wooden Tops.
London's Burning, the movie.
Oh,
he was in that as well. Yeah.
He was a bit of wood that was on fire.
He was. Yes, he did some stuff I don't remember, and he used to do plays. He used to write plays.
Oh yeah.
So I probably write.
What for the West End and stuff like that?
Not West
Just
End,
more-
but they used to come on. They were like
Fringe theatre.
I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know where they used to come, but like I've seen some.
So I did high-end commercials, like car, and over 200 car commercials and stuff. And then, so I've done a few thousand commercials, and then I do, I've done a few low-budget feature films, just like 12 million, stuff like that. And then
12 million?
That's
what
you call
low
budget.
Low budget is $1 million and under.
No, that's not anymore.
You do it for 10,000. Now some people do a feature with 10,000.
No, but I think, yeah.
£100,000 minimum really is for low budget, isn't it?
But 12 million.
For a feature, 100 grand.
100 grand, that's a kind of micro budget, isn't it?
Yeah, $500,000 is really low budget.
Yeah, it's low budget, yeah. I think 12 million is medium, isn't it?
Well, you still do a crappy film with 12 million.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of them.
So is it that more people are submitting, or is it that you've just got a load of scripts coming at the same time?
Yeah, it's been really nice.
I think that means the same thing.
In London, Paris, and New York.
Yeah, more people are submitting.
I think, well,
And it's nice, isn't it,
with
when you get
everything,
some rushes through that
We Make Films,
inspire
as the
you
company
to want to cut it in a certain way. And it almost,
obviously everything's going to be
gives
done.
you
So
an
even
idea
like
of
you
how
might
the
start
flow's gonna
noticing
go.
that you have to go through your positions quicker.
Do you think that if We Make Films gets bigger, more and more people sort of who know more coming into it, and then you might lose this freshness of sort of people who are just eager,
Inevitable, I would say.
Yeah.
But hopefully we still keep those in. And where I think we'd like to go with We Make Films is to almost franchise it out, have people in different areas running shoots and things like that. I think that's where we'd like to go ultimately with it. Everyone in We Make Film shoot is important. And that's the point.
Yes.
They're making the film, it's their film. So hopefully I would still be on set, I'd still go to the sets of each one.
Oh, okay.
So I'd hopefully be there, but I wouldn't be doing the sort of the day-to-day organisation side of it. So I would just rock up on set. I'd be like a CEO. I'd fly in from head office, crap on everyone's head, then fly out the window there.
Watch out for that door, we can see a lot through that door, so anyone who's in line at that door, don't they?
There's a hand in the top right.
Yeah, hopefully they can see that. Can you see that, Adrian?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, on the top
It's not
of
gonna
the
stay there.
wardrobe.
It's probably Ollie.
Yeah, it's gone. They haven't shouted action yet.
Ready, Rick? Cool. And action.
Yeah.
Can we do one more time?
Adrian and Gemma have noticed an inconsistency with the vials. The one in the park had a golden liquid in it, but this one, when she adds the liquid from the cauldron, is colourless. Apparently the smoky reaction doesn't work with the golden liquid, so they are doing a switcheroo. They hide the golden one behind the bottle. Then they put the clear one down beside it and take up the golden one instead.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. It's not cut right off either. It looks like shit.
It might be what they want to do.
I know. Better from the region.
Brilliant, before you start writing, let's cut there. One more time. That was brilliant.
So he goes and sits down there. He does move out of shot, but it's one of those things that if he moves a little bit, he'll come into shot.
Yeah.
Paul, who is over there?
Lily.
Lily.
You can see the shadow on the vase as well.
Well, I think she's ducking down now.
No, but I've seen her there.
Yeah, now, but they're not shooting. Yeah, they're not
Oh,
shooting yet.
yeah, okay.
They've seen the boom coming into frame on the right-hand side of the screen.
No point. You won't crop in. Give them a gentle reminder that they're running out of time. I know how to win. Just have sense. Just let me know.
All right, thanks for letting us know.
Basically, it's 2 to finish the scene.
Okay. What's that, 11 and 12?
Yeah.
Okay. What would be the third one?
Because if we've got to get any more cutaway and get into that action, because it's kind of tight.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're trying to do it in 1 or 2 shots, but it might need a third. But
Okay.
more likely to be 2.
Okay.
That take wasn't good. The balloon is supposed to be under the control of her finger. They did a good take, but Adrian noticed that the balloon that went down had no bow, but the balloon coming up had a bow, so they couldn't use that.
Yeah, got that. Thank you.
They did another 2 takes where the balloon went up too fast or too jerky. Then they figured out a technique of using a finger as a restraint on the floor and slowly feeding the string under it.
That sound, I don't understand. So he's saying that this is 43, right? Oh, that's right.
Right, scene 7, shot 11, take 3.
It looks like it's there, right?
I didn't film the good take, so you just have to see the film to see which one they chose. Anyway, now that you know how much work went into making it, you have to go and see the movie, The Birthday by WeMakeFilms.